back to Big Balls Fantasy Football. Now we have Prost here from San Diego Skyping in. He is our Packer backer, cheesehead guy, expert, I have to say. And he has the injury report for everyone this week. And it's the most important week. We got to hear about these injuries because you are now in the championship round of your playoffs if you made it that far, and I hope you did. So, Prost, how you doing?
Ho, ho, hoes. How you doing?
We're good. We got our Christmas theme going.
You missed the memo.
Yeah, I don't have any Santa gear, unfortunately. I guess I'll work on that for next year.
But you have a beard. But you have a beard like we don't. So.
Yeah, I just painted white. We'll just kind of do some Photoshop with it.
There you go.
Jenilee, first off, congratulations on taking down the former #1 seed. Wish you good luck, only because if I'm going to lose, I want to lose to the best. That's just the way it is. And you did it without having Jamal Charles on the roster, which we'll get into in the show tomorrow. I have a personal problem with that. Let's get down to the injuries.
Thank you for being a good sport, by the way. For all of you out there, I beat Prost this week in the playoffs, so I'm moving on to the championship. But thank you for being a good sport. But anyways, how did your injuries?
I could go through the Arizona injuries, but they're playing in Seattle. Do you want them anyway?
Sure, give us one or two.
Okay. Yeah, Fitzgerald got concussed at the very end of the game last week, so it looks like he's going to be out with the concussion protocol. Carson Palmer's ankle, he's going to be looked at throughout the week, and Ellington's got a thigh bruise. They're probably going to play, but again, you are playing in Seattle. Who cares? Giants, Victor Cruz concussed, and if that wasn't bad enough, he's got a knee sprain, so he's got to go with both if he wants to get back on the field. Brown, the Indy running back, has a neck stinger. That's going to be watched throughout the week. It doesn't look too good for him right now, but Sunday's quite a ways off. And Cincinnati Gresham, the tight end, he hurt his hip. That's another one he may be able to play through. We'll see. And we might want to have a look at Flacco's ankle after last night. A little bit of an adrenaline and tape probably helped, but he might have been a little gimpy this morning. Cecil Shorts got put on IR today, so we won't be seeing him anytime soon. Biggest injury of the year, the man who gets my award as the doom injury for fantasy goes to Gronkowski.
Way to go, Gronk.
Yeah,
way to go, Gronk. Sorry, AJ.
People drafted him on draft day. People picked him up early off the waiver wire, knowing that when he came back, he was going to be a force. His first game was October 20th, and over the course of the season, he had 39 catches, 592 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He did that from October 20th till December 8th. So he, in that 5-week span, had a season for most players. Unfortunately, just time for your fantasy playoffs, he destroyed his knee, and he probably won't be around until late next year again. So,
you know,
that gotcha.
And not to cut you off, but I heard like the early reports that he'll be, ready for week 1 next season, and I just, you gotta love those early reports because he hasn't even gone through the surgery yet, and they're already trying to say he'll be back for week 1, which I highly doubt. So,
yeah.
So.
Well, it looks like RG3 proved that Adrian Peterson was a fluke. I mean, RG3 just wasn't there this year. Whether it was the system, the lack of faith in his knee, whatever, he did not recover as well as Peterson did.
Well, congratulations, Gronk, and let's go into our one-hit blunder segment.
Yeah, the blunder that I picked this last week was Obaniah, the running back for Cleveland, who was going to be taking on the Bears. And everyone thought, oh, yeah, this is the guy. It's the Bears. It's going to be a walk in the park. He got just 7 yards rushing, caught 5 passes for 39 yards, and that was pretty much his day. I love proving NFL.com wrong. I had a pretty successful year picking out their big boys and saying why it was a mistake not to do it. Hopefully you'll listen to me and grab other people. Maybe Asiata from Minnesota. No one saw that one coming, but
well,
I'll get that tomorrow as well.
Well, the note is I won't blow the Asiata thing for you, but I didn't have a choice, and Ognoya was the best on the board, so I had to throw him in. And Jenilee is my witness. I was swearing at the top of my lungs at this guy Baker that they throw in, off the practice squad. They took him off at 6 days before, and they got him in there running like crazy.
And the great part was our Bears actually didn't give up 150 or 200 yards rushing, which I did predict. I predicted we wouldn't give up even 100. So I think we were under 100 this week. So good job, Bears defense. I'm sure it's going to be terrible against LaShawn McCoy again, but at least we handled it there in Cleveland. So that's a good blunder, Prost.
Yeah.
And for the fans of the show that follow the week-to-week blunders, I had a successful season. I'm going to say once again, telling you why you shouldn't play people. The blunder of the year, however, I actually fall into the category of suckering in for myself in one of my leagues. I watched him take a non-contact fall in the last preseason game, or game before the last one, and it looked bad. He had a hip pointer thing. People were questioning, would he be healthy in time? But the press came out and said, oh, he'll be just great. And he had a subpar year at best. This year's blunder of the year, Ray Rice. He got you 605 yards and 4 touchdowns, and that includes a 131-yard performance against the Bears.
We're glad we could help out, Ray. We're glad us players could help out.
For PPR purposes, he had 49 catches, 263 yards, but never saw the end zone. So he had quite a subpar year. Check again with us tomorrow. I've got more facts on him to reinforce why, if you grab Ray Rice against my better judgment, probably yours, it was a major blunder this year.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that has to do with their offensive line. Their O-line is not performing very good. They're not holding up in pass protection all that great. But, like we all know, if you don't have that offensive line to open up those holes, that's a big problem. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, they also, on the Ravens, didn't have the receivers that they had last year to stretch the field. So they were able to run Ray Rice like crazy underneath. But now they knew that they weren't going to pass the opposing teams. So Ray Rice didn't quite have those holes to run through as he did the season before. So definitely a good call. And I fell for Ray Rice in one of my leagues too, and hung in there with him as long as humanly possible, but just had to drop him eventually.
Okay, Prost. Well, thank you for that injury report and those blunders, of course. And you'll be on our podcast tomorrow, correct?
Yes, I will.
Awesome. So he'll give you more stuff from there. And we are going to move on after this short break and get to Cash. He's going to bring out his Cash book one last time to give you some gambles of the week. Again, this is the most important week, so come back and listen to Cash's gambles.
I will get you guys later. So long.
Bye, Prost.
Bye.